Hello students, today we will start exercise 3.3 chapter number 3 data handling. Here I have taken second number questions. Okay, only you have to observe this bar graph and you will write the given answer. Okay, so first of all I will explain you how to read the graph. Okay, this is called your x-axis, and what is measured on x-axis? Years are measured on x-axis. You can see here 1989, 1990, 1991, 1992, and this is 1993. This is 1993. These are the years. This is called x-axis. And what you are measuring on y-axis? On y-axis you are measuring number of books sold. So you can write here number of books sold. This graph is already there in your book. And one more important part is scale. In 1 centimeter you have measured 100 books sold. Okay, in 1 centimeter you have measured 100 books sold. You can see here the difference between this are same. The difference is of 100. For 0, this is your point of origin, starting point. 0 to 100, 100 to 200, 200 to 300, 400, 500 and 600. On y-axis we are measuring the number of books sold. Now we will come to a question. Read the bar graph and answer the question that follows. Number of books sold by a bookstore during 5 consecutive years. These are 5 consecutive years and these are number of books sold. So first question is about how many books were sold in 1989, 1990 and 1992. So you can observe here actually there is no lining as given in your graph paper. So sometimes it becomes very difficult to measure. So with the help of ruler you can measure. Okay. Suppose this is 0. So this center point is 50. Okay. And between 50 and 100 what you will get? 75. Okay. Between 0 and 50 what you will get? 25. Like this way with the help of ruler you can observe this bar graph and you can find. So when you check in 1998 with the scale, here you can observe it is less than 200. So approximately I am writing 175. Number of books sold 175. In 1990 you can see it is less than 500. So approximately I am writing 475 books sold. In 1991 it is about 300. So I am writing here 300 books sold. And in 1992 it is just about 200. So you can write here 225. And in 1993 I have taken 600. Okay, because without graph lining it is very difficult to observe. So here I have taken 600. Okay, now you can answer here about how many books were sold in 1989. In 1989 175 books sold. So I am writing answer here 1989 175 books sold. In 1990 you can write here 475 books sold. And in 1992 225 books sold. Okay, only you have to observe and write the answer. In which year were about 475 books sold? 475 books sold in 1990. Okay, so write your answer in full statement. 475 books sold in the year 1990. And second, about 225. About 225, 1992. About 225 books sold in the year 1992. Okay. In which years were fewer than 250? Fewer than 250 means less than 250. In less than 250 you can count 1998 and 1992. So you can write 1998 and 1992. But you will write your answer in full statement. In 1998 and in 1992, fewer books were sold. Fewer than 250 books were sold. Okay. And a fourth last question. Number of books sold in the year 1989. So in 1989 you can write 175 books were sold in the year 1989. You will write your all answer in this full statement. Okay students, now we will learn how to draw bar graph. I have taken one question. Represent the given data on bar graph. Your classes are given 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th and 10, and number of students in each class. In 5th class 135 students, 6th class 120 students, 7th class 95 students, 8th class 100, 9th class 90 and 10th class 80 students. Okay, so first of all we have to decide the scale. In 1 centimeter how many students will you measure? Okay, so here I am taking scale 1 centimeter is equal to 10 students. So first of all I will decide scale 1 centimeter is equal to 10 students. Okay. Now second thing, what you will measure on your x-axis and what will you measure on your y-axis. So on x-axis I will measure class and on y-axis I will measure number of students. So first of all I will draw x-axis and y-axis. So this is my x-axis. Sorry, this is my y-axis, and here I will draw x-axis. Okay, this is my x-axis. So I will draw this straight line. Okay, now this starting point is always 0. Okay, so till I have to draw till 140. So this is 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 110, 120, 130 and 140. Okay, remember this gap should be same. In copy you can measure with a ruler. Okay, so 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 110, 120, 130 and 140. Okay, what you have measured here? Number of students. And what you are measuring on your x-axis? Class. Okay, so it's very easy. In 5th class how many students are there? In 5th class 135 students are there. So where you will get 135? Between 130 and 140. Here you will get. Okay, so what you will do? Here you will draw one bar. Here you will draw one bar. Measure with the help of ruler, and remember that the width of your bar should be same in all the classes and in all the questions also. Whenever you draw your bar graph, this width of bar must always be same. So this is your class 5th. So you can write inside here F-I-F-T. This is your 5th class. In 6th class 120 students. This is your 5th class. In 6th class 120 students. So here you will draw one bar for 6th class. Okay, how many students? 120 students. So this is your 6th class. S-I-X-T-H. In 7th class 95. So 95 will come between 90 and 100. So whenever you will draw this in a graph, so you can easily mark the point. This graph is for 7th class. Okay, this graph is for 7. SEVENTH. Now 8th class 100. Okay, so just above 7th class. Just above 7th class, this is your 8th class. Okay. EIGHTH. This bar is for 8th class. 9th class, exact 90. Okay, so for 9th class, I will draw this bar up to 90. Okay, this is your 9th class. And 10th class 80. 10th class 80. So draw here one bar for 10th class. Okay, this is called your bar graph. Okay, very simple and easy. This is a bar graph for the given question, and whatever extra questions are given, read this graph and answer that question. Okay.